In this video, we are talking about the United States penny. The United States government just announced that they will no longer produce the penny, which means this will become a modern-day collectible coin. I want to take a moment to give a quick history lesson on the penny, and then we talk about how it's going to affect your everyday life. The penny was first produced in 1793, with the first coins being minted at the Philadelphia Mint. The obverse or front of the coin featured a small profile of Lady Liberty facing left, and the reverse, or the back of the coin, had the words United States of America above a wreath. The motto, "In God We Trust," didn't appear on coins until 19th century. The very first pennies were actually minted in 1793 and 1794, and they did not have any kind of mint mark. In 1801, the mint began to produce pennies with a mint mark P for Philadelphia and C for the New Branch Mint in Charlotte, North Carolina. The large letters were used from 1801 to 1804. From 1808 to 1836, the size of the coins varied from 75 to 89 grains, with different designs. So that's a pretty big range of size and weight. In 1856, the coin's design changed again to its present size with the motto, "In God We Trust," and the wheat stalks and ears on each side of Liberty's head. The Flying Eagle cent was produced in 1856 and 1857, but these were never circulated. And in 1864, the Indian cent was issued to replace the Flying Eagle. The Indian cent remained until 1909, when the Lincoln cent replaced it. During World War II, zinc was in short supply, so the composition of the coin changed to a copper planchet with a bronze coating. After the war, the composition returned to normal. The Kennedy half, which was first issued in 1964, contains the same metals and composition as the penny. Since 1982, the pennies have been minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. San Francisco minted pennies for collectors from 1968 to 1969 and 1982 to 1983. The pennies are still minted today, with the PND mint marks, and no coins have been minted in Philadelphia since 1983. So now, let's talk about why the U.S. government stopped producing pennies. If you do a quick search on the internet, you will find that it costs more than 2 cents to produce a penny because the cost of materials and labor have increased over the years. But that may not be the only reason why the government is ending the penny. If that was the case, why would they have not done away with it many years ago? Some speculate that the real reason why the United States government is ending the penny is because the Royal Canadian Mint, who may have actually produces the pennies for us, said that they will run out of raw materials to make the pennies by the end of 2022, or at least budget-wise, as the U.S. penny is made mainly out of copper, and copper is becoming a harder and harder commodity to come by. So the good news is, if you love pennies, you should start collecting them right away because they're going to become a modern-day collectible. The bad news is that all purchases in the United States will now be rounded to the nearest 0 or 5. So that means if you buy something for $2.67, they're just going to round up to $2.70. And if you buy something for $2.34, they're going to round that down to $2.30. Also, this is only happening with cash payments. If you use digital payments, exact amounts will still work fine. I know that this is probably a controversial topic, and there's lots of opinions on this. There's lots of people that don't like the idea of rounding up or rounding down. I personally am curious as to what you think in the comments, especially when you like and subscribe for us. Thanks for watching, and please share with someone who doesn't already know.